When you hear the phrase classical music, what's the image that pops into your head? Let me take a guess. You think of the 18th century where women wore corsets and danced around in a ballroom to elegant classical music. You will also think, ugh, classical music, that outdated stuff? Well, in a way, you're right. It is a very old style of music, but does it change the fact that it has lived on to be so great for the past few centuries? No. Recently, I went to a concert in memory of Beethoven's birth 250 years ago. When I looked around me, I saw that all the seats were filled. That's when I realized how many classical music fans there still were to this day, including me. Recently, I also found a very interesting and entertaining video showing a massive professional orchestra playing sounds coming from different electronic devices such as a computer closing, getting a message on your phone, and much more. At the end of the video, the orchestra put all of the sounds together and made it into a waltz composition. This ties together classical art and modern technology in a perfect way. There's a very famous concert called the Vienna New Year Concert, and it happens every year on January 1st to celebrate the new year. This year, the experience was more touching than ever. Because of the virus situation, there were not enough viewers to attend the concert, so they had all of the viewers attend online to watch the concert live. The most touching part was that 7,000 people in the audience recorded their applause and cheering for the concert to encourage all of the orchestra after they finished each composition. The conductor of the concert this year, Ricardo Moody, said something very inspiring about how classical music affects our daily lives. In some places, music is just considered entertainment. In fact, music is more of a mysterious mission, with the mission of making society better. Music helps us perceive joy, sadness, and the meaning of life. Music is very effective for us to think deeply, and it also nourishes our hearts with health. 2020 was a very difficult year for everyone to get through, but classical music brought all music fans back together with a positive attitude for the start of a new year. So, by now you're probably wondering, why am I so attracted to classical music? Well, I started learning piano when I was 6 years old in first grade. At first, I didn't really understand how hard you had to try and put so much of an effort into learning something new. Ever since, classical music became a passion of mine. In second grade, it stayed pretty much the same, and I would just do my daily practice and let it go after I had finished. Except slowly, I started to try and get away from playing piano because I was bored of all the songs that I had to learn. In third grade, though, there was a big change. I had transferred to a new piano teacher. This piano teacher had higher expectations for me, and I started learning harder songs and newer techniques. By the time I got to fourth grade, my piano teacher had started preparing me to go to my first piano competition. I was petrified. I was stuck to practicing and perfecting one song that I didn't like very much. During the competition, I actually got second place. I was really surprised. That meant I got to go to Singapore for the finals. In the finals, I also got second place. That felt like a big boost of energy for me to continue pursuing classical music. This year, in the beginning of grade 6, I started learning classical music theory. Just as I was about to start putting all of the knowledge that I had gained from classical music theory into the pieces of music I was playing, my piano teacher announced that I had another piano competition coming up. This time, I was stuck to practicing and perfecting 2 songs that were really hard for me. After I had gotten the basics done and the techniques done, after a few weeks, I started learning how to put more emotion into the pieces of music. That was really hard for me. During the competition, though, I was actually able to express all of the emotions without forcefully having to push myself, and it all came naturally. I felt really connected with piano and classical music for the first time. I didn't feel that hate towards having to practice anymore. Something had definitely changed. Through classical music, me and my best friend even connected better than ever before. In the Semester 2 talent show, me and my best friend Junlin played the Marche Militaire by the celebrated composer Schubert. We'd been practicing for about 1 month, and it was not very smooth at the beginning. We connected through teamwork because we played together on the same piano. So by now, I know that whatever you're pursuing genuinely starts to become your passion, no matter how much you might have disliked it in the beginning. And so now I know that when you start something new, You will be against it for quite a while. And then, like classical music for me, you start to realize how important your passion is to so many other people. The Beethoven concert, Video of Electronic Sounds, and the Vienna New Year concert were all great examples for me to realize how big of an impact classical music has in the world today. So now, if you have a passion or talent that you know of, try hard and it will all pay off in the end. Thank you.